As we begin this week of Thanksgiving, our thoughts are turned towards all of you teachers and staff who are doing the work at each of the campuses. We are so grateful for you. We know this is a difficult time and that there have been many struggles, both personally and at work. And we just want to share a little bit of history with you about a time when we were going through struggles and how we were able to move past that. After our idea of starting a charter school was born, we worked tirelessly with our partners, the Gregorys. Getting a charter, we were able to get pretty easily right off the bat, but the biggest obstacle we found was getting a building to have school in. We looked at a lot of different options, strip malls, a cul-de-sac of houses maybe. We even tried renting out a college, and none of those things worked. But finally, in year 2, we were able to open in a campus in Maricopa that was made up entirely of portables. And despite our subpar facilities, our waiting list grew and grew. Our students were doing awesome with our new curriculum, and parents were thrilled to have a different option than the tired public school they were boundaried for. Our teachers and staff became like family, and everything was perfect for a hot minute. Because of our growing waiting list, we secured more buildings, hired more teachers, and enrolled twice as many students. But then in mid-July, we hit a brick wall. Our buildings would not be ready in time. We were devastated. We had no idea what we were going to do. It felt like everything that we had worked for the past few years was slipping through our fingers, and there was nothing we could do about it. Aaron and I felt like we were at the point where we couldn't handle anything more, and we decided to go on a date. A movie was the winning option since we had no energy or motivation to do anything else, and we couldn't handle any heavy plot lines, and so we just chose a Disney movie that was in the theaters at the time, Meet the Robinsons. Let's watch a short video clip from the movie right now.
I don't even know what I'm doing.
Keep moving forward.
I mean, this stuff is way too advanced for me.
Keep moving forward.
And what if I can't fix this? What are we gonna do?
Keep moving forward.
Why do you keep saying that? And don't just say keep moving forward.
It's my dad's motto.
Why would his motto be keep moving forward?
It's what he does.
What's that supposed to mean?
That is an excellent question. Robinson Industries, the world's leading scientific research and design factory. My dad runs the company. They mass produce his inventions. His motto, keep moving forward. It's what he does.
What has he invented?
Everything. Carl, the time machine, the travel tubes.
Your dad invented the time machine?
Yep. 5 years ago, Dad wakes up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat, wants to build a time machine. So he starts working. We're talking plans. We're talking scale models. We're talking prototypes.
That's a prototype?
The very first, or what's left of it.
Yikes.
Yeah, dark day at the Robinson house. Prototypes 2 and 3, not much better. Number 6, 58, 212, 45, 952, and they all end the same way. But he doesn't give up. Dude, I can't take you seriously in that hat.
Okay, that should do it.
It's so exciting. Let her rip, Lewis.
Quickly, Uncle Joe can't hold on much longer. Everybody ready?
Go, Carl. Oh no. No. I didn't know. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You failed!
And it was awesome. Exceptional.
Outstanding. I've seen better. From failing, you learn. From success, not so much.
If I gave up every time I failed, I never would have made the meatball cannon.
I never would have made my fireproof pants. Still working out the kinks.
Like my husband always says. I propose a toast to Lewis and his brilliant failure. May it lead to success in the future.
At the end of the movie, Aaron and I sat there dumbfounded. We felt like we were the only ones in the theater, and we might have been. We just cried, knowing that this message was for us. Keep moving forward became our personal motto. And we knew the message of this movie was for us. keep moving forward. Gave us the courage to go back, figure out how to do it. We didn't end up letting any of the teachers go or turning away any of the students. We found a way to make it work. And we know that many of you are in situations personally and also at school that are similar to this. Maybe you need the Meet the Robinsons pep talk. Find a way to make it work. Keep moving forward.
So now we'd like to share a video clip with you that has a lot of meaning for us as well.
"30 years ago, last month, a little family set out to cross the United States. Every earthly possession they own packed into the smallest trailer available. No money, an old car. They drove exactly 34 miles up the highway, at which point their beleaguered car erupted. The young father surveyed the steam, matched it with his own, then left his trusting wife and 2 innocent children, the youngest just 3 months old, to wait in the car while he walked the 3 miles or so to the southern Utah metropolis of Canaryville. Population then, I suppose, 65. Some water was secured at the edge of town, and a very kind citizen offered a drive back to the stranded family. The car was attended to and slowly, very slowly, driven back to St. George for inspection. After more than 2 hours of checking and rechecking, no immediate problem could be detected, so once again the journey was begun. In exactly the same amount of elapsed time, at exactly the same location, on that highway, with exactly the same pyrotechnics, from under that hood, the car exploded again. Now feeling more foolish than angry, the chagrined young father once more left his trusting loved ones and started the long walk for help once again. This time, the man providing the water said, "Either you or that fellow who looks just like you ought to get a new radiator for that car." He didn't know whether to laugh or to cry at the plight of this young family. "How far have you come?" he said. 34 miles, I answered. "How much farther do you have to go?" 2,600 miles, I said. "Well, you might make that trip, and your wife and those 2 little kiddies might make that trip, but none of you are going to make that trip in that car." He proved to be prophetic on all counts. Just 2 weeks ago, I drove by that exact spot for just an instant. I thought perhaps I saw on that side road an old car with a devoted young wife and 2 little children. Just ahead of them, I imagined that I saw a young fellow walking toward Canaryville. The weight of a young father's fear evident in his pace. In that imaginary instant, I couldn't help calling out to him, "Don't you quit. You keep walking. You keep trying. There is help and happiness ahead."
I feel much like that man in the video, looking back on his life, pondering where he has come from and the trials and struggles that he has been through. When I look back on what we've been able to accomplish in these last 14 years, it amazes me. I think back to the struggles that we endured early on, to the heartaches and the suffering and the trials that we had to go through to get the school open. There was a time early on when, through the actions of others who were trying to pull us down, Becky and I felt the weight of the world pressing down on us. It was dark and oppressive. We felt like we couldn't get out from underneath it, like it was going to destroy us. If I could go back and talk to myself at the time, I would say something similar to what this man said. Don't give up. You keep going. Keep moving forward. Press on. There is help and happiness ahead. I would tell my younger self about the 24,000 students we are educating in beautiful facilities. And I would tell myself about the over 2,000 teachers and staff that we have now. You are the help ahead for my younger self. Thank you so much for all that you do, for your sacrifices, for your struggles, for all that you do to care for the children whom parents have entrusted to us, to teach them, to educate them. We know this has been a hard time these last 6 to 9 months or so with the pandemic and the quarantine, with online instruction and blended instruction. This has been hard on you and on your families, but you have done an amazing job. You keep moving forward. You keep pressing forward, and the results are evident in the lives of our students, in the education they receive, and in the love that they feel from you, their teachers. 14 years ago, a pandemic like this might have broken us. These months have not been easy. There have been setbacks and trials. There have been overheated cars and broken radiators and long walks back into town. But with your perseverance and with your dedication, together we've been able to overcome these obstacles. We've been able to keep moving forward, and we've been able to educate students in the best way possible. On behalf of Becky and myself, and all the tens of thousands of parents and students who we serve, we want to thank you. Thank you for putting them first, for sacrificing to make these students' education possible. Thank you for being the essential workers that you are. You have proven to us, to the parents, to the students, and to the world, the importance of teachers. And we hope that you all feel how much we love you, how much we care for you. You are essential, and you are the key element that makes our schools great. Thank you so much. Keep moving forward, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving.